Hey everybody, this is Eric Gorman.
And Lauren McMillan.
Our technology project for this semester is over khanacademy.org. Khan Academy is a site that was put together by this guy. His name's Salman Khan. He goes by Sal for short. He attended MIT and has 3 bachelors from there, one of them in math, one in electrical engineering, and the other in computer science. And the way that the website came to be about was he was tutoring his niece, I believe, and he was using an app or a site called Yahoo DoodlePad. And when others decided that they wanted his help, his tutelage as well, he decided to put something together that might be a little easier for him to use. So Khan Academy is turned into or became a non-profit organization, and their goal is to just have everyone access to first-class education. Kind of the way this works is, for students anyway, is that they offer over 2,000 videos that are basic tutoring sessions almost. They're almost like watching a lecture. We'll do an example here that are concerning algebra equations. Just let it come up. Now we won't watch the full video, but we'll catch enough of it to see what it's all about.
Let's try some slightly more complicated equations. Let's say we have 3 times x plus 5 plus 5. I want to make sure I get all the colors nice. Plus 5 is equal to 17. Is equal to 17. So what's different about this than what we saw in the last video is all of a sudden now we have this plus 5. If it was just 3x is equal to 17, you could divide both sides by 3 and you would get your answer. But now this 5 seems to mess things up a little bit. Now before we even solve it, let's think about what it's saying. Let's solve it kind of in a tangible way, and then we'll solve it using operations that hopefully will make sense after that. So 3 times x literally means
Okay, so I'll stop it there, but you can see where he's going. His typical thing with equations is to write it out with words and then show you the systematic way to solve the equation. So if you have a student or even a whole class that was struggling with a concept, you could send them here and they can get some extra tutoring at home. There's just about anything you can imagine on this site you can get some tutoring with. Here's a drop-down box for math, and this goes the math goes all the way from basic algebra, pre-algebra to differential equations and linear algebra. So here's some of the science: biology, chemistry, physics, humanities, and other. So we have some banking and money applications, some economics, and there's also test prep on this site, which could be helpful. I'm going to let Lauren tell you about some of the other things you can do with the site.
The next thing we wanted to show you is how you can use the Khan Academy website in your classroom and even when your students are at home for extra practice. So the students would click on the practice tab and you would assign them an exercise, or they can just choose something that they need extra help or extra practice in, and they can pick a different subject, and it'll give them practice problems that are timed for them to work on while you watch their results pop up on your screen live. So if you were the teacher using this, or if you're tutoring somebody and you wanted to help them outside of your tutoring sessions, you would go to the Coach tab and sign up as a coach or register, and your students would add you as a coach, and then you would be able to keep track of their progress and really be able to check for understanding. Eric and I are going to show you an example of what the 2 screens would look like and how easy it is to use with your students. One of the other advantages to using Khan Academy in your classroom is that you're able to, like we said before, see your stats instantly. you can view the scores or your statistics from what they call a bird's eye view, or you can narrow it down all the way to the specific problem that the student was doing that they got wrong or that they needed extra help on. So that's something that's really helpful, as well as your classroom data as a whole. As you can see on this chart, they've just plotted all the points, and you can see the progression of your students and where they're struggling as they're working.
One of the things that we found most interesting about the site was the Coach tab. It's located here. And you can have your students log into the khanacademy.org and they can add you as a coach, which Lauren is about to do right now.
Okay, so I'm going to click on Add a Coach. And then I would have gotten my coach's ID from him before I went home that day. And his ID is going to be entered in. And then click Register Coach, and he's going to pop up under my list of coaches. So now he can see my progress while I'm working on practice problems.
We really wish we could show you my screen and her screen at the same time as she's doing some practice problems. I can get instant feedback on the problems she's doing. So, see if we can't have her do some addition problems.
Alright, so you have your answer box over here and the time's begun, so you just kind of go as fast as you can.
The student gets instant feedback too, as you can see on the right hand side.
Up here, their streak. And then say somebody was having a little trouble, you can ask for a hint. And you can get visuals this way. So then you can count it up and get your answers. And the practice problems are infinite in number. And then it'll just keep giving you problems until you get one wrong. And then that's when you can click on Help for addition, basic addition, and your streak stops once you get one wrong.
Okay.
So now we're going to show you what the coach's screen will look like.
Okay, Lauren has logged out and I've logged back in. So I'm going to go into the Coach tab and let you see what it would look like for you as the teacher. I only have one student, of course, so my class statistics are based on the little time that Lauren spent answering questions. But you can do you can look at your progress report here. Now Lauren's bar in the addition section is this light blue, which means she started working on the problems, but she hasn't done enough yet to be proficient or struggling. We really don't know where she's at. We can go to the daily activity report and see that she put in just under 1 minute working on problems. And if we had more data, obviously the graph would be a little different. And I'm not sure that we even have any statistics on the progress over time yet. And no, we don't have anything. Okay, yeah, we do have something. Here are her energy points per minute, which are 0 because she hasn't done hardly any work. The energy points are they're also located here, but they're based on how much work a student does, and you can gain badges and things like that based on speed and achievement. So, it seems like a pretty neat tool for a teacher if you wanted to give out daily math homework or even science or whatever, but it gives you instant feedback and it does away with the need for having to have your students turn in a paper copy and all the time that you would spend grading it when you get real-time instant results. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the Khan Academy site. It's very user friendly and easy to use. I don't think it's a substitution for what you do in the classroom, but I think it could be a great tool for your students outside of the classroom. A great place for them to do some homework or to get some extra tutoring. Thanks.